Can you describe the campus environment and general atmosphere to us?
Yeah, so Loughborough has two campuses for students. The first one I'll talk about is the campus within Loughborough itself, which is one of the biggest campuses in the UK. And it's the reason why I chose to do my degree at Loughborough. I walked onto campus 14 years ago and I loved it. Of all the universities that I visited, it was the nicest, the friendliest that I saw. And I've never regretted that in a moment. It's a real family environment. So we call ourselves the Loughborough family, and it's a really supportive environment for international students, UK students to come together. We have around 16,000 students studying on that campus, so medium-sized population on one of the biggest areas. And we have a huge number of facilities for students on campus. So we have 16 different halls of residence for our undergraduate students to choose from, 3 for postgraduate, and undergraduate students are guaranteed at least 2 years of accommodation if you are an international student. So we mix students around between courses, between ages, so you get to know each other really, really well. And there are a huge number of things to get involved with on campus. So we're very well known for our student experience. We have one of the biggest student unions in the country. It's a nightclub in the evenings, but during the day, it's home to over 120 different societies. So everything from our Turkish society through to our skydiving society and our hot air ballooning society, and pretty much everything in between. We have 64 different sports clubs, and we have sports available at every level, from whether you are Olympic athletes. We've got the Great British Olympic team on campus doing their kitting out before they head off to Paris. But we have fantastic sports facilities. We've got 2 massive gyms on campus, which are heavily subsidised for students. We have a huge student media section. So if you want to be involved in student TV, student radio, lots of opportunities to get involved there. Lots of student-led democracy, for example. So when I was a student, I was president of my department, so I got to really represent the student's voice. And then in terms of different activities just for socialising, each of our halls of residence has a common room. The departments have places for students to hang out and study. There's lots of cafes and restaurants on campus for students to eat in, hang out, spend time with their friends, get to know other students. It's a really, really buzzing place. And then if you look at our London campus, this is postgraduate only. So it's a slightly different vibe. And it's based in London, so one of the biggest cities in the world. And it has a real focus on students' employability and entrepreneurship. So how you can take what you learn in your degree and enhance that going forward, how you can really develop your skills. And that's a really cool area. So it's on what was the London Olympic Park in 2012. And it's an area that's going to be one of the biggest student hubs in the world in the next few years. And it's really, really cool. Postgraduate only, so everything's designed for postgraduate students, different societies, opportunities to get involved. And of course, you're only 15 minutes on the underground into central London. So you've got the benefit of being closest to one of the best student cities in the world.